topic of students using cell phones at school heating up this week as several districts in the state seek to ban them. The governor encourages all districts to ditch policies allowing them. Parents confronted with a possible threat desperately try to contact their children who could have been in the line of fire. When something does happen on campus, frequently a school resource officer, an SRO, is the first responder, the bit of law enforcement closest to the scene. So what do these security experts think about students having cell phones and potentially using them in the middle of an emergency? For those answers, we turn to the Director of Operations for NASRO, the National Association of School Resource Officers. Mac Hardy is with me now live. Good morning to you, Mac.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on your show today.
Yeah, definitely. So does NASRO have a baseline position about students having cell phones with them on campus? And is anything about that age specific, maybe good for high school, but not for elementary?
Well, we really don't have a specific guideline on cell phones inside the school, but we are seeing across the country where the age of children having cell phones with them all the time is becoming younger and younger. We're seeing them now as early as very early grades of elementary school. Students carrying cell phones. Sometimes they, have them there just for parents to be able to get in contact with them. They may not have internet service on those phones, but we are seeing these phones at early ages.
Have you seen any situations in which phones on school grounds can hinder safety operations if there is an actual threat? Do they keep kids, maybe from paying attention to safety protocols or instructions?
Well, just like in any other situation we see, when you have cell phones, people are wanting to, instead of doing what's right and taking actions to protect their own lives and, protect others around them, they're trying to make videos. They're trying to, get on the internet, and they're trying to, become a overnight sensation. But, what happens here is when they start making phone calls out and you have a school of 1,000 students and you have all these cell phones start, then you're gonna overload the system, and the cell phones really in those situations stop working because there's too many people trying to get on that same system, and it just overloads, and you can't make a call. And that goes for law enforcement also. We try to take steps where law enforcement has a little bit more capability of getting through situations when these systems are overloaded, but it can cause problems for system overload.
Speaking of system overload, sometimes in a threat or shooter situation, a school's switchboard may be overwhelmed by parents calling in there and then it crashes, or getting to the classroom fixed phone would expose a student or a teacher to being in the line of fire. So in that case, do you think somebody else having a cell phone, if that system wasn't overwhelmed, could be helpful?
Well, I think it gets information out, but it's according to what information is getting out. Is it accurate information? And sometimes it may not be accurate. It may not be what they, feel like is going on, may be going on. It may not be what's really happening, and then bad information gets out, and you have people rushing to school, which can really cause a problem. One other problem we see is when schools start trying to police cell phones. There's a lot on their plate anyways. Educating our children needs to be number one. Safety of the students is a top priority. And that goes along with the education of our students, because we know that when students feel safe, they learn better. So teachers need to, and administrators need to have their concentrate on educating the students, working with their local authorities, their school resource officers, counselors, and other school safety teams to keep the school safe. And, by having to police these students do they have a phone? What are we going to do with the phones? We take them up when they walk into class, have to put them in a basket. That's just another hindrance on their plate. We just need to educate our students on the proper use of cell phones, when to use them, and how to use them, and make sure that your community has a good community plan. And that's important. It's a community plan that schools and the community are working together in this plan.
Thankfully, the situation our community just went through Wednesday at Creekview Ranch School didn't turn out to be anything serious, but while the students were evacuated, parents rushed to the border of campus. They didn't know it wouldn't be nothing. Listen to what one father who stood outside of the school for 2 hours had to say.
I tried calling him, but I guess they're not allowed to use their phones. I can see their location, so I know they're in there, but other than that, I don't know, no communication with them. We have no communication with anyone. The police isn't telling us anything. The principal, teachers, nobody said anything. They just sent us an email. Now they have us all worried. We don't know what's going on. We just know there's a bomb in there, and that's about it.
So when any little bit of comfort really matters, that father was able to at least see his child's location because they had their cell phone. That could be critical if they were actually in communication with the child was wounded and maybe stopped being able to speak. That info could go to first responders, too, about the location of someone who might be wounded.
That's very true. And one thing about the communication with parents in your schools, and that's a good plan, and we do push that information out, asking schools and law enforcement to make sure that they're giving timely and accurate information to the community, to the parents in the schools. And they can do that simply with a calling tree and a text message tree that goes out to all the parents of the students that are participating in the program in their schools.
All right, AMAC Hardy from the National Association of School Resource Officers, thank you so much for offering your perspective on this hot topic this morning.
Thank you.